Array. An array stores a fixed-size sequential collection of elements of the same type. An array is used to store a collection of data. Instead of declaring individual variables such as number 0, number 1, and so on until number 99, declare one array variable such as numbers and use numbers 0, 1, and so on to represent individual variables. All arrays consist of contiguous memory locations. The lowest address corresponds to the first element and the highest address to the last element. Declaring array. To declare an array in C#, you can use the following syntax, where data type is used to specify the type of elements to be stored in the array. Square bracket specifies the rank of the array. The rank specifies the size of the array. Array name specifies the name of the array. For example, initializing an array. Declaring an array does not initialize the array in the memory. When the array variable is initialized, you can assign values to the array. Array is a reference type, so you need to use a new keyword to create an instance of the array. For example, assigning values to an array. You can assign values to individual array elements by using the index number, like. You can assign values to the array at the time of declaration, like. You can also create and initialize an array, like. When you create an array, C# compiler implicitly initializes each array element to a default value depending on the array type. For example, for an int array, all elements will be initialized to 0. Accessing array elements. An element is accessed by indexing the array name. This is done by placing the index of an element within square brackets after the name of the array. Multidimensional arrays. C# allows multidimensional arrays. Multidimensional arrays are also called rectangular arrays. You can declare a two-dimensional array of strings as a three-dimensional array of int variables. The simplest form of the multidimensional array is a two-dimensional array. A two-dimensional array is in a sense a list of one-dimensional arrays. A two-dimensional array can be thought of as a table which will have x number of rows and y number of columns. Following is a two-dimensional array which contains 3 rows and 4 columns. Jagged arrays. A jagged array is an array of arrays. You can declare a jagged array scores of int values as. Passing arrays to functions. You can pass an array as a function argument in C#. The following example demonstrates this. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result. Array class. The array class is the base class for all the arrays in C#. It is defined in the system namespace. The array class provides various properties and methods to work with arrays. IsFixedSize gets a value indicating whether the array has a fixed size. IsReadOnly gets a value indicating whether the array is read-only. Length gets a 32-bit integer that represents the total number of elements in all the dimensions of the array. Longlength gets a 64-bit integer that represents the total number of elements in all the dimensions of the array. Rank gets a rank, number of dimensions of the array. Strings. In C#, you can use strings as array of characters. However, a more common practice is to use a string keyword to declare a string variable. The string keyword is an alias for system.string class. Creating a string object. You can create string object using one of the following methods. By assigning a string literal to a string variable, by using a string class constructor, by using the string concatenation operator, plus by retrieving a property or calling a method that returns a string, by calling a formatting method to convert a value or object to its string representation. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result. The string class has the following two properties. Chars gets a char object at a specified position in the current string object. Length gets the number of characters in the current string object. The following example demonstrates some of the methods. Comparing strings. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result. String contains string. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result. Getting a substring. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result. Joining strings. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces